Hello everybody, and welcome to the final video for the Apprentice Level 1 and 2 Roboticon challenge. In this video, we are going to be using radio with sensors to send our line following cars a go or stop message. This will directly follow on from the previous video, so if you haven't watched that one, watch that first. In the previous video, we made programs for two separate microbits. The first microbit is our control microbit. What this microbit did is it checked if button A is pressed. If it is pressed, it sent the string stop on radio group 1, and if it wasn't pressed, it would send the string go. If we have a look at the microbit that is in our Apprentice cars, this is the program that we created. We set the radio group to the same group as our previous microbit, and then inside an on radio received string block, we made an if statement. The if statement checked if radio string equals stop. If it did, we stopped the car. Then we checked if the received string was go, and if it was, we just did some simple line following. In this video, we are going to be replacing the button with a sensor. Now you could use any sensor for this job. You could even make your own. For the sake of this demonstration, I am going to be using the acceleration input block rather than the button. But I'll tell you right now that this isn't the block that you will be using at Roboticon. So first, I'm going to go back to my control microbit and I'm going to remove the button A pressed. Then I'm going to go to logic, and I'm going to take out this 0 less than 0 comparison block, and I'm going to change it to greater than. Then I'm going to go to inputs, and I'm going to take out an acceleration mgx, changing it from x to strength. This will mean that I don't need to shake my microbit in any specific direction. It's just going to measure the overall acceleration. Now I have done a little bit of testing before the video, and I have determined that 1200 works well enough for the purposes of this task. If we go back to our microbit car code, you'll notice that we didn't actually check for any button pressing in this program. So this program is going to remain unchanged. My car still has this program loaded, so I don't need to load this program. I just need to replace the old program of my controller microbit with my new one. So I have plugged it in and I can see that it is already connected, so I can simply download. So here I have my car preloaded with the line following code and the radio communication. Here I have my controller microbit. It is plugged in and powered. Remember, if this microbit is off, then the entire project won't work. So I am just going to turn on the car and it should start to follow the line. This is because my microbit is currently not being shaken, so it is sending the go signal and my car is following the line. As soon as I take my microbit and give it a shake, now the acceleration is above 1200 and my car is stopping. You can see that it isn't quite stopping, and that's because the acceleration is flicking between above 1200 and below. But as soon as I stop shaking it, the car will continue to follow the line. For this reason, this is why the accelerometer isn't necessarily the best sensor to use for something like this, but it is good to demonstrate my point. So I'm just going to pick up my car and turn it off so that I can demonstrate to you how you could connect a different sensor. If we look at our microbit, you'll see at the bottom we have these external connection points. We can use these points to connect our microbit to an external sensor. Now there are a couple different ones that you could use. Now there are a lot of different type of sensors that you could use, and you could even make your own. How we connect our sensors is going to remain the same though. To connect our microbit to an external sensor, we would use a crocodile clip connected to one of our 0, 1, and 2 pins. So if you were to use pin number 1, you would connect it like this. Now normally we would connect our second crocodile clip to ground, and then we would connect these 2 other bits to our sensor. Some sensors use 3 and some sensors will use 2. I will give you one hint for Roboticon. The sensor that you will be using there has 2 pins and not 3. Just as another friendly reminder, you don't have to worry about the sensor before Roboticon. It will all be supplied to you on the day. You just have to be prepared to use whatever sensor we might be giving you. So thank you so much for watching this final video, and I hope it helps you with your final preparations. I'll see you all at Roboticon 2024. Thank you and goodbye.